Hey everyone, welcome back to Immediate Movie Reactions. I'm here after seeing The Watchers. This is a new film, or the first film by Ishana Syamalan, which is a name you may know. And I'm going to kind of skip right to the end, but first, if you could please like, share, and subscribe and do all that stuff, because I'm going to give you my verdict right here at the beginning, and that is that this is a stream movie. See it, stream it, or skip it. Definitely, I would say if you like kind of tense, scary movies, this wasn't awful. Definitely don't pay for this movie in the theaters. So yeah, stream it. I think it's definitely worth a watch. I did not hate this movie. So yeah, there we have it. If you want to stick through, I'm going to go through what I liked about it and what I didn't, and what I think maybe it could have done better. As I said, this was directed by Ishana Syamalan, and if you know her father's work, who was the producer on this film, I think perhaps he had too big of a hand in this movie. It is just starring Dakota Fanning and Georgina Campbell, who you may remember from Barbarian, which is strange because I hated that movie. I really, really disliked everything about that movie. And that movie was kind of like twist after twist after twist. Most of them not very good, I thought. And like most of Shyamalan's movies, this movie is just filled with too many twists and turns. It's not necessary. It could have been a really good character study. Dakota Fanning plays a young woman named Mina who is unsure of her own identity, has gone through some trauma, and she ends up getting caught out in the woods in Ireland, and trapped in this mysterious forest with some other people, and then they're being watched by these creatures, and I thought, hey, this is actually kind of a cool creature film. I kind of couldn't take my eyes off it. I think that there are a few times where, say, the music is a little too pervasive. It's a little too overpowering. It didn't allow the scenes to really develop. I did wonder how the actors kept a straight face through most of it, because it is kind of melodramatic and silly. But at that same time, I just continued to be engrossed, and I continued to be interested. I don't think that there is a lot that is surprising necessarily in this movie, but it is very well done. I think that the CGI of the creatures is a little bit ridiculous. I think they could have done a little bit more with that. It is definitely jump scare, like that's where most of the terror or the horror, whatever you want to call it, comes from, and I think that could have been left behind. But you know, a nascent filmmaker who maybe doesn't know any better, and quite honestly, I don't know that her dad has really done any better than this movie. This sits right there with the movie Signs, which is one that I really, really enjoyed, but had some moments that I think were murky and could have been clearer. And if this was a movie that was really about Dakota Fanning and Mina, you know, her character Mina, finding out who she is as she's dealing with their mother's death 15 years ago, and surprise, she also has a twin sister who is dealing with it. It's weird because at one point there's the sister calls as, you know, Dakota Fanning is in this self-destructive streak and says, you know, Mom's death, she died 15 years ago. We had a memorial and the kids were there and we sang hymns and it was filled with white flowers, but you need to let it go. But then she's not letting it go, obviously, as well, right? So unfortunately, what happens is this movie kind of peters to an end, right? It's tense, it's cool. There's like a whole Lost thing, if you remember Lost, with the others and a bunker and the things that are happening that are making zero sense. And I usually want to try to overanalyze everything and break it down, but I was kind of like, you know what the fuck? Why? This is fine, sure. I guess this is gonna happen. Let's just go with it. But you know, other than that, you really can't think too much about it because, you know, in 6th grade, I remember in English class, we read The Monkey's Paw, and we had to write an alternate ending to The Monkey's Paw. And the one stipulation we got was that you couldn't write and then they woke up. And this movie is almost and then they woke up, because it's so cliche and so cheesy. And if you've seen the movie Men, which I fucking hated that movie. It's very similar to the end of that with this metamorphosis and this other creature that is there and trying to figure out what exactly is going on. But what happens is they also kind of hand over fist, is that the phrase? Just kind of force feed it to you what exactly is happening, because they can't let the audience be intelligent. And that, again, that's a Shyamalan thing. That's exactly what he does, is that if he does have something that is clever, he does have something that is sort of suspenseful, he has to make sure that he shows, like, look how smart I was, that I tricked you this whole time. But guess what? You didn't. And this movie doesn't trick you, but I'm getting off. It doesn't mean that it's a bad movie. Like I said, I definitely enjoyed this movie. There was parts of it, even though Dakota Fanning was infuriating. I can't think of the last time, maybe all the way back to Killers of the Flower Moon, where there was a main character where I hated this much. I really didn't like her. I didn't care if she survived or not. And the rest of the characters are all kind of one note. I don't know. It felt like they could have done more. Anyways, that's where it is. See it, stream it, skip it. As I said at the beginning, I think this is a good streamable movie. I don't really have any too many problems with it. So, surprise, I thought I was going to hate it. And I know a lot of people have. So, I don't know. If you have seen it and you hated it, please let me know. What didn't you like about it? And if you did like it, then, yeah. Good for you, right? Please tell me, are there any other monster movies that are out there? There's a movie called The Ritual on Netflix, starring someone whose name is slipping my mind right now, but he was on The League. He was also in Creep. And that is definitely worth watching, and I would recommend that probably over this film. However, see this too. It was cool. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you after the next movie.